Rock, thanks. We are underway here. Jump ball was controlled by Washington County and fouled immediately with Dylan Nelson. He's the line shooting 2, missed the first. But one more on the way from Nelson. Second one strong as well. Rebound 2, Wetmore. Wetmore, 1 win on the season. There's a steal now. Dawson Miller, and he's going to go. Thought about jamming it, and at the last second, he just kind of let go of it and rolled it in. So Dawson Miller up around the rim, but changed his mind at the last second. Now there's a 3 ball on the other end from Wetmore. That's Kyle Bloom. That won't go, but Wetmore controls the board. So Dawson Miller does hit the lay-in, and now a travel is going to be called on Wetmore. Ethan Osterhaus guilty of that. So back to Washington County. They lead early 2-0. Jared Hoover, Jacob Lotta, Levi Gobby, Dawson Miller, and Dylan Nelson, your starters for Washington County. Give you Wetmore's in just a minute. Miller cross-court pass to Lotta. He'll shoot 3 off glass. Won't go. Here comes Wetmore. Trying to get into transition. And now a blocking foul is going to be called as Jared Hoover just a little bit out of position on Alex Potter. Kyle Bloom, Ethan Osterhaus, Joel Huffless, Alex Potter, and Curtis Bloom, your starter for the Cardinals. So out of bounds to Wetmore. Now inbound's going to be taken away by Washington County. That's Dylan Nelson. So Nelson pretty active early in this game. Hoover, left wing, Nelson. Down on the baseline, lob pass inside, Miller to Lotta, to Hoover for 3 from the point, short, rebound Lotta. Back to Hoover, they'll reset it. Nelson on the baseline, back to Lotta, to Hoover. Out to Miller on the right wing, cross court, Lotta on the left wing. Down low baseline, kick it back out. Now lob pass inside Miller off glass, yes. Good look inside to Dawson Miller, and it's 4-0. Now Wetmore down in transition, and again, Osterhaus gets the traveling call. He doesn't like the call, but first time he drug his pivot foot, that time he stutter stepped. So 2 pretty good calls. Now Wetmore's going to try to press. Washington County, no problem. Lotta has it at the point. Hoover to Nelson on the baseline. Back to Lotta. Now baseline to Jay Eaton, who's in the game. Lotta at the point. Left wing Hoover, 3 ball in and out. Rebound to Wetmore. Alex Potter comes out of there with it, all 5'8" of him. Osterhaus now drives left side, skies one off glass, won't go, and what a rebound that time by Levi Gobby. Jacob Lotta will bring it down for the Tigers. He'll go to Hoover. Baseline low, Gobby, back up. Lotta has it. Eaton now. Underneath to Nelson, reverse lay-in, won't go, but he's going to be fouled. So Dylan Nelson heads back to the line, shooting 2. He missed his first 2. He'll have a chance at a couple more. First free throw up and down. One more from Nelson on the way. Strong, good rebound in there by Jared Hoover. And Hoover able to bring it out and reset. So Washington County with a 5-0 lead early and controlling things early. Nelson, baseline to Eaton, drives off glass. Yes, Jay Eaton for 2, and it's 7-0. Now other end, Osterhaus, floater off glass, won't go, out of bounds to Washington County. Miller back in, Carson Talkington in. Lotta and Eaton will get breaks. 2-2-1 zone press from Wetmore. Washington County again, pretty easy. Not much trouble with that. Miller, top of the key to Hoover. Nelson baseline, and Nelson tried to fire one into Carson Talkington, just a little out of his reach, so out of bounds to Wetmore. Wetmore gets it in. Full court press on from the Tigers. 7-0 Washington County lead early. Wetmore now, other end. Potter thought about three. Now he will fire three from the baseline and hit it. Washington County, Talkington across, tries to go down low. And I think he saw Levi Gobby break into the basket and tried to hit him. Just let him a little too much. So out of bounds to Washington County. Inbounds, Hoover, three, left wing, no, strong. Rebound, Wetmore. 7-3. Washington County with the lead. Floater in the lane now from Wetmore. That's Kyle Bloom. That won't go. Washington County with the board, but they've got it stripped away, so Wetmore's going to get it back. Now driving to the basket, and Alex Potter into Hoover, I think, and they're going to get Hoover with a foul. So it should go out of bounds to Wetmore, and it does. Jacob Lotto will come back in. Hoover will get a break. Wetmore inbounds, and now they throw it away right back to Washington County. Dawson Miller will inbound. Jacob Lotta down low. 2-2-1 press on from the Cardinals. Miller to Lotta across the timeline. Lotta brings Talkington up to the right wing. Back to Lotta. Left wing Miller. Baseline Gobby. Back up to Lotta, top of the key. Miller. He's going to drive. Lane. Shot up, and he took a step. Euro step that you hear so much about this year, and more often than not will get called. Press on from Washington County, and Wetmore, few issues breaking that press, but pretty quick. Not a lot of height on this Cardinal team, but a lot of speed. They try to use it to their advantage. Now ball taken away by Evan Olette just into the game. Here comes Miller. Talkington, right wing, lob pass in to Olette, and now Lotta's going to pump three from the left wing. That'll go strong. Here comes Wetmore. Again, down court, quickly, skies one. That went off the top of the backboard and in the hoop, and they do count it. So Alex Potter with two more. Coach Robert Smith not real thrilled with that call. Washington County now, loose ball. That's going to be off Wetmore, out of bounds. And now a timeout. Washington County wants to reset things. 2:01 left in the first. 7-5 Washington County with the lead when we come back.
Introducing the right and wrong reasons to add storage to your farm by D&K Agri-Sales, your Sukup dealer in Plymouth.
A new bin should speed up harvest.
While a new bin may speed up your harvest, this is actually not the best reason to buy a new bin from D&K.
A new bin could make me more money.
That new bin can actually make you money. Way more money than that new combine or pickup you just bought. D&K Agri-Sales, your Sukup dealer in Plymouth, can maximize your storage and your profitability.
KCLY's coverage of the Twin Valley League Tournament featuring the Hanover Wildcats is brought to you in part by Wanklin Oil Company, Alexander Pump and Services Incorporated, St. Mary's, Citizens State Bank of Waterville, Hanover, and Marysville, by Andy's Hardware, Wardcraft Home Store, Clay Center, Twin Valley, Clay Center Business Association, and Central Valley Ag.
Well, Washington County came out strong with a 7-0 lead, and now a 5-0 run by Wetmore, 7-5, 2:01 left in the first, and Washington County with a timeout to try to readjust a little. Will be Washington County basketball. They will inbound under their own basket. So Jacob Lotta set the inbounds for the Tigers. Gets it in to Talkington. Up top to Miller. Left wing Lotta. Nelson. Up top to Miller, and he did it again. He took another step, and he's dragging his pivot foot, and again, players hate that call, but that's exactly what he's doing. He's just dragging the pivot foot, and that will get called 100% of the time. Full court press. Broken by Osterhaus. Wetmore with the ball. Aggressive defense from Washington County, and Wetmore moving the ball pretty good. But a lot of mismatches out there. The size difference, probably 2 to 3 inches per player. There's a 3-ball. Osterhaus left wing, and he nails it. Ethan Osterhaus, and Wetmore has gone on an 8-0 run, and it is 8-7. Miller on the baseline. Right wing Talkington. Back to Miller. He's going to fire 3 from the baseline. Strong. Rebound Cardinals. Under a minute. They lead by 1. 8-7. Wetmore now, and now a foul is going to be called on Wetmore for an illegal screen. Now they're actually going to call a push on what? Oh, actually, they're going to call it on Washington County. Wow. They're going to call it on Carson Talkington, and he took the brunt of that. So back to Wetmore. Osterhaus, fake 3, now lobs it inside. Shot up and blocked. Dylan Nelson blocked the shot put up by Curtis Bloom, and again, that's 2 to 3 inches of mismatch and a good 40 or 50 pounds. Now steal on the inbounds as Jay Eaton able to come up with that. So with 30 seconds left, Washington County will have a chance to get that lead back. Miller on the baseline. He's going to dribble back out. Eaton to Talkington. Back to Eaton on the wing. Inside Nelson, and Lotta couldn't handle the pass from Nelson. Maybe Nelson a little too much on that. Nelson and Lotta talking about it a little bit. I think Lotta feels like it was too much, too hard, and Nelson feels like Lotta was out of position. So regardless, Wetmore gets the basketball with 7. Looking for that last shot. Great defense taken away again. There's Talkington. With 2, he's going to have to put it up. He's not going to get it off, and that won't count if it does go, and nearly does go. We are headed to the second quarter. Wetmore on an 8-0 run lead Washington County 8-7 after 1.
Stay informed on your bank account activity with debit e-alerts coming soon to FNB of Washington. You can set the level of notification you need to keep you up to date on your financial transactions. Debit e-alerts are a great way to help you not only avoid unnecessary fees, but also detect unauthorized activity on any of your online accounts, including international transactions. Monitor your accounts with debit e-alerts at FNB of Washington. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Coverage of the Twin Valley League Tournament on KCLY featuring the Washington County Tigers is brought to you in part by Central Valley Ag, Owens Original Floral in Washington, Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer in Marysville, Twin Valley, Hoovers Incorporated of Greenleaf, United Bank and Trust, Clay Center Business Association, Kramer Oil, and Animal Health Center in Washington.
Headed to the second quarter, Washington County went up 7-0 and then an 8-0 run by Wetmore to close out the first period. They're up 8-7 after 1. Wetmore will start with possession, man-to-man defense from Washington County. Osterhaus Still hold, looking inside. Now gets it inside. Not much there. Again, now there's a steal. Jared Hoover, other end. One-on-one. Lay-in, yes. Jared Hoover breaks the scoring drought for the Tigers. Back on top, 9-8. Here comes Wetmore quickly. They want to run. Now floater in the lane. No, won't go. Ball batted around, and now foul on the putback as Dylan Nelson is going to foul Joel Huffless. That's going to send Huffless to the line shooting 2. Nelson picks up his first. Huffless free throw short. They get one more. Washington County lead at 9-8. Second free throw, same place. Rebound, Nelson. Here come the Tigers. They've regained the lead. They led 7-0. Down 8-7. Now back up 9-8. Eden, cross court to Hoover. 3 from the wing. That's going to be off the mark. Rebound to Lotta. Hoover resets. Baseline, Talkington. Cross court. Lotta at the point. Inside pass. Nelson is going to be taken away by Wetmore. Wetmore, again, not a lot of size, but very quick and very aggressive. Other end now. Wetmore, Huffless, won't go. He had an easy look at a lay-in, and now Washington County throws it away as Nelson hit Talkington and went right through Talkington's hand. So Talkington's going to get to visit the bench for a while, and Eden will get a break. Bring Miller and Gobby back on the floor for the Tigers. Miller nearly knocks it away. Wetmore does get it, man-to-man from Washington County, but so far Wetmore's handled it pretty well. Now near steal from Hoover, and now a travel as Ethan Osterhaus has it taken away and falls to the ground and then slides about 5 feet. So turnover back to Washington County. Now some equipment repair on Jared Hoover's shoe. And now we're good. So he'll inbounds to Lotta, right back to Hoover. 3-2 zone now from Wetmore. Lotta, Hoover, baseline 3. No, won't go. Batted out of there. Right to Wetmore. Now floater on the other end from Alex Potter. That won't go. Here comes Washington County. Hoover, Miller, Lotta, Nelson, and Gobby on the floor for the Tigers. Nelson on the baseline on the left. Looking. He'll go back up to Hoover. Now Lotta at the point. Back to Hoover, left wing. To Miller. Miller drives baseline. Shot up. Yes. Dawson Miller hits for 2 more. Washington County has taken it back to a 3-point lead. Now Osterhaus has it knocked away by Miller, but recovers somehow and gets out of there, and Wetmore wants a timeout as the Cardinals were in trouble. 5:23 left in the second. 11-8. Timeout on the floor. Washington County leads when we come back.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzmeyer.
Or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started.
Or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Studio engineer is Hannah Byers. Phil Casper in Washington. Rocky Downing in Hillsboro. As soon as the Tiger boys are set to go, scheduled at 7:30. We'll get you back there. Here, 5:23 left in the second. 11-8. Washington County regained that lead. Wetmore this time, not much trouble breaking that press. Osterhaus now has it at the point. He'll dribble back up top, now left side, and loses it. Potter gets it back. Now in the lane, ball loose, batted around, and now a foul on Alex Potter. He tried to take on Levi Gabi and lost. Again, Alex Potter is listed at 5'8", and I doubt it. But a very, very aggressive player. He's playing like he's about 6'4". Gabi now, Hoover on the point for three, rattles out, ball batted around. Nelson had it, now he does have it. Back to Jacob Lotta on the wing. So Washington County will get a chance to reset. Hoover to Miller on the left baseline. Cross-court pass to Nelson underneath the basket. No, he can't get it to go in. But a backside rebound by Levi Gabi and one. Gabi went up strong, got it to go, and was fouled. That's Gabi's first points, and they're going to call they'll call Curtis Bloom on that foul. So Levi Gabi shooting one, misses, rebound two, Wetmore. 13-8 now Washington County, and now foul is going to be called on Jared Hoover. And that is Hoover's third. And that was one of those fouls that pretty sure Coach Robert Smith is letting him know he needs to rethink that choice. Other end now, Wetmore. Oh, they had a break to the basket, threw it away, and now a long three from Potter. That won't go, but a backside rebound by Wetmore. 5-4, ball loose. Wetmore comes back up with it somehow. Potter now has it taken away. Here we go. Dawson Miller, Jacob Lotta, Talkington, shot up and down, and they're going to say no shot. The foul on the floor, Carson Talkington hit that shot somehow, but was fouled prior to that. I mean, he was going down and threw that ball up and over his head. So it will be Washington County's basketball under their own basket. That's batted back out of bounds by Wetmore. What a shot by Carson Talkington. Didn't count, but still a great shot. Inbounds to Nelson. Back to Lotta. Lotta will hold. Now Miller on the right baseline. Looking cross-court. No, hold. Lotta, three from the right wing. No, won't go. Rebound. Wetmore. And now a foul's going to be called on Dawson Miller. And again, that's one of those that is more frustration than anything, as Wetmore came out of there with the board and Miller kind of lost it. So now he's going to come out. That's just his first, but he's going to get a break. And I'm sure that Coach Smith just wants to let him know that not really a foul you want to commit. 13-8, 3.5 left. Here comes Wetmore, other end. Shot blocked. As Joel Huffless went up strong, Dylan Nelson said, not in my house. Now, other end, Lotta. He'll go up for a lay-in and won't get it, but he's going to be fouled. He's fouled by Kyle Bloom, and Bloom got the short end of that stick. So Jacob Lotta, 5'9" senior, yet to score in this game, shooting two. First one, strong, back iron. One more on the way. Free throw up, and now a shot violation, and Lotta looking down at his feet. He didn't agree, but the official right there. So shot violation on Washington County. 13-8, back to Wetmore. Washington County's going to stay in that press. And Wetmore's got that press figured out. They have broken it pretty easy. It's this end where they seem to have trouble. Shot blocked again. That ball loose, and Wetmore comes back up with it. With Dylan Nelson with another shot block. Now Talkington near steal, and now Lotta they're going to get for a foul as he tried to reach around Ethan Osterhaus and got tangled up with him. So Lotta's going to pick up, I think that's his second. That's his first. Osterhaus shooting 1-1. First one rattles in. 13-9. There's 3:06 left in the half. Second free throw off back iron, and now a foul's going to be called on the rebound on Wetmore, and that's Joel Huffless. So now other end, this will be 1-on-1 for Washington County. Both teams in the bonus right now. So Levi Gabi, 6'2" senior, shooting 1-on-1. He has 2 points. 13-9. Washington County leads, and Gabi hits the first. Evan Olette comes in the game. It fell Dylan Nelson. I think that's the first time Nelson's been out. Second free throw up and strong. Rebound to Wetmore. Potter has it for the Cardinals. Near steal again. That's Gabi with a near steal. And, Dawson Miller just about had it. Now lob pass inside Wetmore. That's Curtis Bloom. Good look from Osterhaus, and it's 14-11. Talkington on the right wing. Baseline Olette. Cross court. Eaton. He's going to back it out. Nothing there. Back to Miller, top of the key. To Eaton. Get past inside Gabi. Loses it. Recovers. Back to Miller. Miller dribbles right. Now left. There's Eaton. 3. Strong. Rebound. Evan Olette, but he was up and over a Wetmore Cardinal. So down to the other end we go. Ethan Osterhaus will shoot 1-on-1. Osterhaus is 6' junior. First free throw rims in. Listed at 6 foot. Second one rattles in. So Osterhaus hits 2. He's got 5 points, and it's a 1-point game, 14-13. Down to 2:05 in the first half. Talkington. And Talkington drug his pivot foot. So another turnover by the Tigers. Unforced errors right now just killing Washington County. Wetmore to inbound. Dawson Miller near takeaway, but out of bounds. Back to Wetmore. Wetmore gets it in. Osterhaus will walk it across. Minute 55. Osterhaus. He'll kick it back out. Try to. Talkington takes it away, loses it, and now saves it out of bounds. Right back to Evan Olette. He'll hand it to Lotta, and Lotta will walk it down with a minute 40. 14-13, Washington County with a 1-point lead. They led by 7. Now 20-footer. Oh, nice shot from Carson Talkington from 20. And Washington County back up by 3, 16-13. Potter to Osterhaus at the point. Osterhaus in the lane, and he took steps, and that is the third time he's taken steps, and he's not understanding what he did. Coach trying to explain to him, official trying to explain to him, not happy. Timeout on the floor. Minute 09 left in the half. 16-13, Washington County leads when we come back.
Congratulations on your engagement. The months ahead are going to be very exciting for you as you plan out the perfect wedding. Owens Original Floral would like to extend their services for your flowers, tuxedo rental, photography, and photo booth rental. They offer a beautiful selection of flowers for centerpieces, bouquets, boutonnieres, and corsages. And you'll be amazed at their great line of tuxedo styles and colors. Start planning the details of your wedding day at Owens Original Floral, downtown Washington.
When your engine lights come on, bring it on in to GWE Performance, LLC in Washington. They can take care of those maintenance issues and make sure your car is running like it should. GWE Performance handles all types of automotive repair, from simple oil changes to installing rebuilt transmissions and engines. GWE Performance appreciates their customers and thanks you for trusting them to take care of your vehicles. GWE Performance, LLC, along Highway 36 in Washington.
Out of the timeout, Washington County with the basketball has it taken away by Wetmore. Here comes Wetmore in transition. No, they'll back it out. Down under a minute, 16-13, and Osterhouse just about did it again. There's Potter for a three, and he's going to bury it, and we're tied. Alex Potter, his second three, and it's 16-16. And Washington County 7-0 early in the game, and they have just not been able to find it again. Now a three ball from the baseline. That's Talkington, and he nails it. Carson Talkington has hit two big shots in this period. It's 19-16. Other end now. Potter out to Osterhouse on the baseline. Potter, baseline three. No, strong. Rebound to Olette with 6. Here comes Lotta with 4. Underneath to Nelson, and he loses a handle on it. What a look from Jacob Lotta to Dylan Nelson, and Dylan Nelson quickly out to Jacob Lotta and says, that's on me, it was there. So out of bounds. A good look from Lotta. There's a long three down court from Wetmore, and we are headed to half. 19-16, Washington County with the lead. We're at halftime. We'll be back after these.
J&N Elliott Construction of Morrowville is an authorized dealer for Star Buildings. Star's agricultural and livestock buildings are designed with a modern farmer in mind. Whether on the ranch or the farm, a Star metal building can be used for horse barns, arenas, and feedlots, equipment and storage barns, dairy and calving barns. Rest assured, when it comes to protecting your investments, meeting your needs, and exceeding your expectations, you can count on your Star Building and on J&N Elliott Construction to build it.
Gem Flying Service is a leader in agricultural spraying. They can help you get rid of menacing thistles, rotting fungus, choking weeds, and hungry insects all in one fell swoop. Let them take care of all of your agricultural aerial spraying needs. They provide fast, efficient service, which is critical for disease and pest control. Gem Flying Service will cover more ground in less time, and they're not limited to wet soil conditions. Contact Gem Flying Service of Morrowville and book them early to have your crops and pasture land sprayed.
If you want to know that you're paying a fair price for propane, check with Hoovers Incorporated. They're home based out of Greenleaf, and they supply a large area with dependable delivery of propane to your home, farm, or business. You'll find Hoovers Incorporated to have competitive prices and reliable service all year round. They want to be your source for propane. Call them today at 800-231-6775. The number again for Hoovers Incorporated is 800-231-6775. Serving all of Washington County and beyond, Eaton Body Shop in Washington can repair all your vehicle's damage, and they have a reputation of doing complete and professional work. They'll handle everything from the estimate to the insurance paperwork, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. Eaton Body Shop is also an authorized dealer for Thunderstruck grill guards and bumpers. They don't just look tough, they're built tough. Expect only quality work and quality products from Eaton Body Shop in Washington.
Back at Washington County, Phil Casper along with our studio engineer, Hannah Byers. Rocky Downing is in Hillsboro. We are at halftime. Washington County up 19-16. They led 7-0 early in this game, and then an 8-0 run by Wetmore to close out that first quarter. got them right back in the game, and they stayed right with it. And right now it is 19-16, Washington County with the lead. Again, next up we will have Clifton Clyde and Lynn. We'll be giving you a live look in at that as the Clay Center Tiger boys scheduled to go at 7:30. They will play host school Hillsboro. Here we're at halftime. Washington County leading Wetmore 19-16. We'll bring you back after these.
Gambino's Pizza is the perfect pizza. The traditional crust or thin and crispy crust is covered with a sweet and spicy flavored sauce and your choice of meaty toppings. And a blend of real mozzarella and provolone cheese make it the ultimate in flavor. Buy a small, medium, or large pizza and get a second one of equal or lesser value for half price. Gambino's Pizza offers pasta sandwiches and hot calzones. Gambino's Pizza on Highway 36 on the west side of Washington. Open every day 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Closed weekdays between 2 and 4 p.m.
Home, family, and love. 3 words used to describe Centennial Homestead Nursing Facility in Washington. They provide skilled nursing, long-term care, respite, homemaker, and adult daycare services, all the while coordinating with physicians in Washington and surrounding counties so you can keep your doctor. When you think of family, love, and home, think of the respect and care you'll receive at Centennial Homestead. Follow them on Facebook to see all of the ways they are a family showing love at home.
Whether you want a whole new hairstyle or just a slight update, a dramatic look with a bold hair color, or subtle highlights, get a head start at Elements Salon and Day Spa. This month, when you book a color and cut with either Caitlin or Callie, you'll save 20% off your services. They'll make sure to give you the best cut and style to flatter your features. Make your appointment for a fresh haircut and color and save 20% this month. Call Elements Salon and Day Spa in Washington at 325-2266.
Sundance Concrete of Washington serves the community by doing all types of concrete work. They'll repair and replace existing foundations and basement walls, including replacing block walls. Sundance Concrete has over 20 years of experience pouring smooth floors for large farm buildings and garages, nice strong surfaces for your driveways and sidewalks, plus new basements. Give Chuck Walter of Sundance Concrete a call at 747-7147.
Back in Washington County, 19-16 at halftime. Washington County leading Wetmore. Let's give you some scoring. For Wetmore, just 3 players in the scoring column. Alex Potter with 8, 6 from Ethan Osterhaus, 2 from Curtis Bloom. For Washington County, a little more balanced. 6 from Dawson Miller, 5 from Carson Talkington, 3 from Levi Gobby, 2 each from Jared Hoover and Jay Eaton, and a point from Dylan Nelson. Again, Washington County just a little bit of trouble after that 7-0 run. They really went cold. Wetmore, very, very quick, very aggressive, not a lot of size, but really very quick and got Washington County off balance. So Washington County will have some work to do in the second half. They lead 19-16. Then the other gym, we will try to keep you up on the games over there. Centralia boys are playing Frankfort. Centralia is the 8th seed. Frankfort is the 9th seed in that one. That got underway at 6. Earlier we had Valley Heights boys beating Axel, the other gym, Donovan West, up on Blue Valley. So Valley Heights and Donovan West will play tomorrow at 4:45. Troy will get the winner of Centralia Frankfort. Bottom half of the bracket, Washington County Wetmore, 6th seed versus 11. We'll play Onega tomorrow at 4:45. And then the winner of the nightcap at 7:30, Lynn and Clifton Clyde, will play Hanover tomorrow at 7:45. Over on the girls' side, it was Donovan West beating Blue Valley. Donovan West will play number 1 Centralia tomorrow night at 6:15. Also, Lynn beating Onega. Wetmore over Axel, so Lynn will play Wetmore at 3:15 tomorrow. Clifton Clyde Lady Eagles beat Troy. They will take on Hanover at 3:15, and then Washington County girls, the 2 seed, get the winner of Frankfort Valley Heights. They will play in the secondary gym at 7:30. Here we're at halftime, 19-16, Washington County leading Wetmore. We'll take another timeout. Bring you back for third quarter action after these.
Households are using the internet more and more these days. Netflix, web surfing, gaming, and even using the Wi-Fi on your cell phone each take up a portion of your home's internet pipe. The lower the internet speed, the smaller your pipe is. Too many devices and too small of a pipe equals lagging speeds. If you're experiencing lagging internet with your mini devices, it might be time to upgrade your internet. Call Blue Valley Telecommunications at 877-876-1228 to find out more.
Third Thursdays in Clay Center are a big hit, and CCBA merchants continue to bring you fun events and exciting promotions each month. You'll enjoy shopping at particular businesses as they offer food samples and specials to fit each month's theme, and it's different every time. Clay Center offers a range of items from unique gifts, restaurants, trendy clothes, and products and services to make your life easier. Come out for February's Third Thursday event featuring a chocolate crawl. Taste the creamy chocolate creations from CCBA merchants.
All right, America, H&R Block has some good news and some bad news. Which do you want first? Bad news? Great. The government is delaying some tax refunds this year. But here's the good news. If you file your taxes with Block, you could get an advance on your refund of up to $1,250, no interest, after you file. Come in today or make an appointment at hrblock.com. Don't just get your taxes done. Get your taxes won with H&R Block.
Optional tax refund related loan from Medibank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, or $1,250 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on estimated refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other optional products or product features may apply. Limited time at participating locations. See hrblock.com/loan for details.
See H&R Block at 409 Lincoln Avenue in Clay Center or at 701 West 6th Street in Junction City.
Back at Washington County, Phil Casper, along with our studio engineer, Hannah Byers. Rocky Downing is in Hillsboro. Just about set to get underway with second half action. Washington County is leading Wetmore 19-16. Now, keep in mind, they led 7-0 to get this game started. Wetmore then went on an 8-0 run. They led 8-7 to end the second period, and Washington County able to get the lead back and keep it, but barely. Wetmore back within 3. It is 19-16. Again, Wetmore gives up a lot of size to Washington County, but really runs the ball well and handles the ball well. So we'll see how Washington County adjusts as we get this second half underway. It will be, I believe Washington County should have possession, and they do. Washington County will start with possession, and looks like Wetmore will go back to that 3-2 zone. The starters back on the floor. Hoover inbounds to Lotta. Miller on the wing, back to Lotta, to Hoover. Baseline Gabi. Now back to Hoover, to Gabi. Looking inside, cross-court Miller. He's going to crash the lane. Shot off glass, yes. So Dawson Miller starts off the third quarter just like he did the first. The lead back to 5 for the Tigers. Now Osterhaus in trouble. 5 count on. Gets rid of it to Potter in the lane. Floater, no. Miller with the board. Outlet to Hoover. Here comes Hoover. All the way, off glass, no, won't go. Good rebound underneath by Gabi, but can't get the putback to go. So a couple of good looks, but Wetmore now in control. Gabi just could not get that putback to go back in. Wetmore with the basketball, and now foul away from the play. They're going to get Osterhaus, and I didn't see it. They're going to get Osterhaus with a block. Coach David Martin wants an explanation and not going to get it. So back to Washington County. Other end quickly is Miller. Back to Hoover. Wetmore trying to go into a zone press, but Washington County a little too quick that time. They had to retreat into that zone. Miller up top to Hoover. Lotta, right wing, 3. No, in and out. Ball batted around into Osterhaus' hand. Here come the Cardinals. Kyle Bloom now is going to drive baseline. Oh, great look from Bloom to Curtis Bloom, up and down for 2. Washington County defense collapsed on Kyle Bloom, and Curtis Bloom just standing there all by himself. Good recognition. Lotta now, cross-court to Hoover. Thought about 3, but he'll hold. Miller on the baseline. Inside, Gabi, 15, strong. Good rebound, Dylan Nelson. Out of Miller. He's going to float in the lane. Sees Nelson. Oh, great shot. And a great look from Miller to Nelson, up and down off glass. Little spin move. It's 23-18. Back to 5. Third period, just a couple of minutes in. Bloom now, back to Potter. Potter tries driving in the lane, loses the ball right into the hands of Levi Gobby. So Washington County back with it. Lob pass inside Nelson, back up top Lotta. Nelson goes down hard. Back up, says he's okay. Boy, he hit the ground hard. Gobby now looking into Nelson. Nelson pointing back up top. Into Miller. Miller in the lane. Spin move. Back to Gobby. Left side. 10-footer. In and out. Ball batted around. Back to Wetmore. Nelson had it. Wetmore now with the ball. Osterhaus puts up a little prayer. And not sure what he was trying to do there. Not a real great shot. And right back to Washington County. So 4:49 left, 23-18. Gobby now on the wing to Lotta at the point. Back to Gobby. Cross-court Hoover. Skip pass inside is going to be taken away by Wetmore, and that is right into the hand of Huffless, and now he's going to be, they call a foul, or did they say he stepped on the line? Nope, they called a foul. And I think that's on Dawson Miller, and that's 2 on Miller. He was really close to the out-of-bounds line, but Miller with a little too much contact, and the ball will go back to Wetmore. The lead is 5, 23-18, Washington County. 4:20 left in the third. Bloom, oh, wow, and foul is going to be called on Washington County. That is on Jared Hoover, and that is 4. And I think the screen was set, and it was Alex Potter setting the screen on Hoover, and Hoover just didn't see him. Again, Potter's listed at 5'8". He's not 5'8". He's maybe 5'6". So I just think Hoover didn't see him and just ran over the top of him. So Potter's fine. Now a foul called on the floor. That one's going to be on Jay Eaton. So Potter's still dusting the cobwebs out a little bit. He has the ball on the point. That drives right in the lane. Skip pass underneath to Huffless, and that shot is blocked by Nelson and now out of bounds off Jacob Lotta. Inbounds to Osterhaus. He'll bring it back up top and reset his offense. Bloom, Osterhaus, 3 from the wing. No, rims out, and that's going to be off of Wetmore. So we'll be Washington basketball. Dawson Miller will come back in for Jacob Lotta. Miller with 8 points, just 2 fouls. 23-18, been stuck right here for a little while. 3.5 minutes left in the third. Pass underneath, gets away from Nelson into the hands of Miller. He's going to drive lane off glass, yes. Dawson Miller saw a little bit of daylight and took it. Back to a 7-point lead, 25-18. Wetmore trying to hang in. Floater in the lanes. Osterhaus won't go. Rebound Nelson. Down court, quickly. Eaton, shot up, yes. Jay Eaton hits for 2. And Washington County stretched it to 9, and Coach David Martin wants a timeout. 3:09 left in the third. 27-18. Washington County leads. Timeout on the floor. Back after this.
Alexander Pump and Service Incorporated of St. Mary's can repair and replace all brands of irrigation pumps. They have a full line of line shaft and submersible pumps, but their services don't stop there. They also repair and reline wells, acidize wells to restore production, and inspect well casings using a downhole camera with video recording. Alexander Pump and Service does work in the Republican Valley as well as in many towns in the KCLY listing area. Call 785-437-6305.
Wall's True Value and Appliance continues to be open 7 days a week to service your household repair needs, provide lumber and building materials, our award-winning True Value paint, and of course a large selection of appliances by General Electric, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, Haier, LG, and others. It's always been our goal to make your life easier by providing goods and services, and we hope we are accomplishing that for you. If not, stop in soon and see what we've got. We think you'll be amazed at what we have to offer in beautiful downtown Clay Center, open 7 days a week for you.
Halftime from the other gym, Frankfort leads Centralia 30-18. The winner of that would move on and take on number 1 Troy. Here, 3:09 left in the third. It's 27-18. Washington County trying to stretch out this lead from a scrappy Wetmore team. They're fun to watch. Osterhouse now tries to go inside, has it knocked away, but Nelson crashes into, I think, Potter, and that is 2 hard shots at Potter. Oh, Potter is, wow. And that's a tough injury. Potter's going to have to come off. I think Dylan Nelson caught him in the head with an elbow, and it is not pretty. He is up and walking off on his own, but he is going to have to leave, probably leave the game. So we're going to take a timeout. It's going to be a cleanup time. Nope, they're going to go ahead and play. Thought they were going to clean up the floor, but apparently they've got it cleaned up. So back in action. 2:42 left in the third, 27-18. Alex Potter is a tough kid and a tough loss. He did walk off on his own. He's fine, but probably going to be looking at a few stitches. Now near steal by Eden, but it's going to be recovered by Bloom. He'll put a shot up, won't go. Outlet pass to Talkington, lost, and what a play by Aaron Oxton into the game for Potter. Oxton gets that ball back. It was 2-on-1, and somehow he ended up with it. Now Miller on Osterhouse. Osterhouse drives. Miller's going to get called for a foul. And we are now, they're going to call that in the act of shooting, so that's going to send Osterhouse to the line shooting 2. First free throw up and down. Lotta back in for Miller. Miller picked up his third. Gabi will come in for Olette. And now Dylan Nelson is going to have to come out, and that's a blood timeout. He's just going to have to, I don't think it's his, I just think he's going to have to get cleaned up. So Nelson will come out, most likely be right back in as Osterhouse hits the second. So 27-20. Actually, that is a little gash on the side of Dylan Nelson, so he'll get that taken care of. And I'm assuming they must have bumped heads. I thought it was an elbow into the head of Potter, but they both bumped heads. There's a cross-court pass to Gabi from Talkington. Spin move in the lane by Gabi, and he's fouled. So Levi Gabi goes to the line shooting 2. Carson Talkington will get coached up on the sidelines over rethinking that type of pass. Free throw from Gabi is good. Second one on the way, up and down. So Levi Gabi hits both, and we're back to a 9-point lead. 29-20. Washington County with the lead. Osterhouse now in the lane, loses the basketball and really got twisted up in there. There's a lay-in other end. That's Jay Eaton. Off of that turnover from Osterhouse. He's going to need to come off. Osterhouse can't even get down the floor. Somehow still moving. Looked like his knee just locked up in the lane, so still standing. There's a 3-ball now from Kyle Bloom, and it's 31-23 down to 1:10. A strange game. Just has gotten a little bit weirder. Now Eden, boy, he thought about 3. He'll get it back to Lotta. Left side, Talkington, 3-ball, yes. And Carson Talkington hits his second 3. That's 8 points, and it's 34-23, double-digit lead for the Tigers. Now taken away. Jay Eden takes it away from Osterhaus. Lay-in, yes. Jay Eden for a couple of more, and it's 36-23, 35 seconds. Boy, Wetmore has just scrapped and clawed and fought and just unable to get anything happening. And now 2 shots blocked inside, and that's going to be big Evan Olette. And with 19 seconds, Washington County will back it out and play for 1. So good job by Jay Eden not trying to make something happen that wasn't there. Jacob Lotta will get it at the point. Now working it with 7. There's a 20-footer from Talkington. That won't go. And Wetmore throws up a prayer, and we are headed to the 4th. 36-23, Washington County has stretched out the lead, headed to the 4th quarter when we come back.
Introducing the right and wrong reasons to add more storage on your farm by D&K Agri-Sales, your Sukup dealer in Plymouth.
The accountant says we should add a bin.
While adding a new bin may help you on your taxes, it's not the best reason to add storage to your farm.
How about we meet with bin experts at D&K and design a new way to handle grain more efficiently and effectively on our operation?
Find out how the 3D design services offered by D&K Agri-Sales, your Sukup dealer in Plymouth, can maximize your storage and your profitability.
Wanklin Oil is proud to serve the community with propane, gas, and diesel fuel right to your home or farm. Family owned and operated, they'll deliver your fuel with an old-fashioned personal touch. Their dependable quality service at the lowest price available makes them a leader in their field. In addition to propane and diesel, they also offer tank repair, sales, and service. For your fuel and heating needs, Wanklin Oil is just a call away. 800-794-2019. Serving you for 90 years, they have the energy.
Well, Washington County able to stretch things out a little bit as we head to the 4th. They most likely will be at a running clock on this game in Hillsboro, so Play Center Tiger boys scheduled to go at 7:30. They may be close to that. Here, headed to the 4th, Wetmore will have possession. They trail 36-23. There's a 3-ball now from Wetmore, top of the key. Joel Huffless off the mark. Rebound 2, Jay Eaton. Now Washington County is going to slow it down a little and spread it out. Get Alex Potter. Took a shot to the head and probably getting a few stitches. Dawson Miller driving to the lane. That won't go. Backside rebound. Jay Eaton up and down. Potter leaves the game with 8 points for Wetmore. Osterhaus now takes it down, and there all by himself again is Curtis Bloom, but blocked out of there by Dylan Nelson. Here comes Talkington now. Other end, floater, yes. Carson Talkington making some noise in this second half. 10 points now for Talkington, 40-23. Osterhaus now drives lane and has it blocked. Here comes Lotta. Down court, underneath to Eden, and out of bounds off of Wetmore. And Coach Robert Smith up quickly, telling his players to slow it down a little bit. Timeout, Wetmore. 6:48 left in the game. It's 40-23. Washington County trying to open it up when we come back.
Here at CPS of Waterville, we know a thing or two about the right combination of seed, chemical, and fertilizer application to make your fields pay. You can count on us to find solutions to your growing problems. We only get one shot every year, so it's important to make it count. I'm Sean Fitzmeyer, CPS of Waterville. Thank you for trusting us with your seed needs. We're proud supporters of the Twin Valley League Tournament and wish the area schools the best of luck with their shot. CPS of Waterville, sowing the seeds of trust so you can reap the harvest.
Wherever you live in the area, you're never too far from Kramer Oil. With locations in Barnes, Beatty, Clifton, Greene, Greenleaf, Herkimer, Lynn, Marysville, and Washington, you'll find self-serve pay at the pumps for a convenient and quick fill-up when you need it. Kramer Oil also provides bulk fuel delivery and works closely with their customers to meet their supply needs. They continue to cover Clay, Washington, Riley, and Marshall counties with bulk fuel delivery and exceptional customer service.
Well, out of the timeout, just like that, it is Carson Talkington again for 3, and now a near steal, but they're going to get, I think, Jay Eaton for a foul. And they are. So neither team in the bonus as of yet, but out of that timeout, Carson Talkington buried a 3 from the baseline, and it's a 20-point game, 43-23. Now, other end, Osterhaus floats in the lane off glass. There's Jacob Lotta all by himself from Eaton off glass. No, he can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, and then loses it. Boy, Jacob Lotta had no one around him. Just could not get it to go, and now a foul is going to be called on Lotta. Again, that's a frustration foul. This will not be, should not be in the bonus because that's the 6th. Next one. Oh, that is 17 fouls. So this is a 1-and-1 for Osterhaus. Osterhaus has 8 points and misses on the front end. Dawson Miller with the rebound. 43-23, Washington County with the lead. Lotta to Eaton, inside Nelson. To Lotta, right wing. To Talkington. Can he do it again from the baseline? No, a little strong that time, but a good rebound by Jay Eaton. Talkington, lob pass inside. Miller, turnaround jumper short. Rebound to Wetmore. Joel Huffless comes out of there with it. Hands it to Aaron Ogden. Ogden now drives right elbow. Shot strong off the mark. Rebound off the mark, and now a foul on Dawson Miller as that rebound that time by Curtis Bloom. And Dawson Miller is going to pick up, I think it's 4th. 3rd on. Now they're going to get Dylan Nelson on that. I thought they got Dawson Miller, but got Nelson for his 3rd. Bloom's free throw strong. 5.5 minutes left in the game. 43-23. Miller's going to come out, and he may be finished for the night. It's a good hand from the student section as Bloom misses both. Rebound to Hoover. So Washington County with the ball. They lead by 20. The ball knocked out of bounds off Wetmore as Lotta trying to get it baseline to Talkington. Talkington will inbounds in front of Washington County's bench. Lob pass inside. Gabi around one player off glass and good. Levi Gabi with a strong move. And now a travel is going to be called on Ethan Osterhaus. So a turnover back to Washington County, 45-23. Talkington inbounds to Lotta. Back to Hoover. Hoover, right elbow, no, strong. Rebound to Wetmore. So a game that Wetmore had led by 1. They hung around and hung around. They were down 3 at half and now trail by 22. Now foul is going to be called on the drive as Osterhaus trying to drive lane. They're going to get Levi Gabi. So Osterhaus shooting 2. Free throw up, strong. Rebound, Gabi. I'll say that was before the shot, so I thought they called that on the shot, but before the shot, so 1-and-1. Missed the first. Now Washington County with the basketball. 4:40. Hoover back up top to Lotta, left wing. Swings it back to Hoover. Looking inside, now he'll go back up. Now he'll go left to Gabi, back to Talkington. Talkington walks it back out. Left baseline, Gabi looking inside, nothing there. Right wing Lotta, he's going to trigger a 3. No, strong. Rebound to Wetmore. 4:14 left. Here comes Osterhaus all the way off glass and good. Nice drive by Ethan Osterhaus. 45-25. Hoover now holding at the point. Wetmore's going to come out in a man-to-man. Left wing Talkington, skip pass inside to Gabi and a foul before the shot. That is only the third team foul on Wetmore. So that foul, I think that's on Lotta. Long three from Hoover won't go, but a good rebound by Gabi, forcing his way in the lane, and they're going to go a charge on Levi Gabi as Osterhaus had set up camp in there and was not going to give up any ground. So Gabi's going to pick up his second. Possession back to Wetmore. 3:40 left. It's 45-25. Washington County leading. Wetmore basketball. Bloom has it taken away by Talkington. Oh, smart move by Talkington. He had 1-on-2 and backed it out. Inside pass now to Gabi. He's going to be fouled on the floor. .321 left in the ball game. Talkington inbound. Oh, what a look from Talkington inside to Evan Ouellette. Ouellette with an easy shot gets his first points of the game. Now Osterhaus, other end, trying to force his way in the lane. He'll kick it back out to Bloom. Top of the key three. Yes, and Kyle Bloom hits his second three. And Wetmore wants a timeout. 3:03 left in the ball game. 47-28 when we come back to Washington County.
New this year at your local Landmark Implement, complete 3 winter service inspections of equal or lesser value, and the 4th inspection is free. That's right, a free service inspection. Tractors, combines, planters, sprayers, gators, and more. All are eligible for a complete service inspection. Let our trained and certified technicians take care of you and your equipment. Our inspections are not only for John Deere equipment, but for other colors as well. Contact your Landmark service manager for details. Visit us at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
3:03 left in the ball game. 47-28. Bill Casper along with studio engineer Hannah Byers. Rocky Downing in Hillsboro. They're still in the third quarter of that girls game. We thought would maybe go to a running clock, has not yet. Here we should start very close to our scheduled time for our next game of 7:30. That'll be Lynn Boys and Clifton Clyde in this gym. The other gym, Frankfort, was beating Centralia at halftime, 30-18. We'll get a score on that just shortly. Inside move now by Nelson. Can't get the shot to go, and now a foul's going to be called. Well, it's going to be called on Kyle Bloom, and he's got a funny look on his face. I agree with him. I didn't see it. Thought I saw contact from Evan Ouellette, but regardless, Washington County's basketball out of bounds, and now Coach Robert Smith is going to get ready to clear his bench. Near steal now. Ouellette ends up with it. There's Talkington baseline. He's going to drive this time. Floater, strong. Rebound by Ouellette. Put back, yes. Good, strong rebound by the 6'4 senior, and it's 49-28. Now a shot block by two shot blocks by Ouellette on Osterhaus and on Bloom, and now other end is Jared Hoover in transition. Can't get the shot to go, but he's fouled, and Jared Hoover goes to the line shooting two. Boy, Evan Ouellette just came up big. 2 shot blocks, one on Ethan Osterhaus, and now they called an intentional foul on Kyle Bloom. So Hoover hits the first one. everybody has to back away and go to half court. Hoover hits the second one, and now Washington County will get the basketball. They called that an intentional foul, and that's a tough call. I didn't see the intentional part of it, and I don't think a lot of people in this gym did. 51-28, 2:05 left in the ball game. Lotta in the lane, loses it, and they do come back up with it. Now a long three by Skylar Zinger. That was Wyatt Bent coming up with it, and now a foul is going to be called this time on Bent. And that's going to send us to the other end, Curtis Bloom, and he will shoot two. It's double bonus. And no, Aaron Octon is the shooter. And he will have two shots. So minute 57 left, 51-28. First free throw from Octon is good. That's his first points of the game. Lotta, Talkington, Olette, Bent, and Zinger on the floor for Washington County. Second free throw, good. Octon hits both. Talkington inbounds from Olette. Talkington across the timeline. Wetmore goes man-to-man. They trail 51-30. Olette faked a three from the point. Wetmore knows better. Inside pass now to Bent. He kicks it back out to Talkington with a minute 35. Up top to Lotta. Left side, Zinger. Back to Bent. Talkington on the right wing. Talkington works it inside. Skip pass, cross. To Bent in the lane, untouched, and can't get the layup to fall. Boy, great move by Bent, but just couldn't get it to go. Now Osterhaus, other end, tries to pass it inside to Curtis Bloom and out of bounds to Washington. 1:08 left in the ball game. It's 51-30, Washington County with the lead. So Washington County will move on. They will play tomorrow at 4:45 against Onega. Washington County just working the ball, pretty content. Run some time off, but Wetmore is not going to relax. Again, now nearly thrown away by Bent. Talkington able to come up with it. .23 seconds left, and Washington County will just stand out front and hold. And that should be it. Wetmore is backed off and conceded, and Jacob Lotta will stand near the corner and watch the clock run out, and Wetmore will lose it 51-30 over Washington County. Washington County advances. They will take on Onega tomorrow in this gym at 4:45. Let's get a timeout. We'll bring you back. Look at scoring after these.
Stay informed on your bank account activity with debit e-alerts coming soon to FNB of Washington. You can set the level of notification you need to keep you up to date on your financial transactions. Debit e-alerts are a great way to help you not only avoid unnecessary fees, but also detect unauthorized activity on any of your online accounts, including international transactions. Monitor your accounts with debit e-alerts at FNB of Washington. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Congratulations on your engagement. The months ahead are going to be very exciting for you as you plan out the perfect wedding. Owens Original Floral would like to extend their services for your flowers, tuxedo rental, photography, and photo booth rental. They offer a beautiful selection of flowers for centerpieces, bouquets, boutonnieres, and corsages. And you'll be amazed at their great line of tuxedo styles and colors. Start planning the details of your wedding day at Owens Original Floral, downtown Washington.
When your engine lights come on, bring it on in to GWE Performance, LLC in Washington. They can take care of those maintenance issues and make sure your car is running like it should. GWE Performance handles all types of automotive repair, from simple oil changes to installing rebuilt transmissions and engines. GWE Performance appreciates their customers and thanks you for trusting them to take care of your vehicles. GWE Performance, LLC, along Highway 36 in Washington.
J&N Elliott Construction of Morrillville is an authorized dealer for Star Buildings. Star's agricultural and livestock buildings are designed with the modern farmer in mind. Whether on the ranch or the farm, a Star metal building can be used for horse barns, arenas, and feedlots, equipment and storage barns, dairy and calving barns. Rest assured, when it comes to protecting your investments, meeting your needs, and exceeding your expectations, you can count on your Star Building and on J&N Elliott Construction to build it.
Well, back in Washington County, getting ready for the final game of what is now day one of the Twin Valley League Tournament 2017. Again, this was scheduled to go Saturday. They postponed it. They rescheduled it for Monday. Didn't have school Monday, so trying to get everything in. And I believe they will get every game played, even though they started 2 days early. So a lot of work, a great job by Washington County as day one has gone off pretty easy. So the next game will be Clifton Clyde and Lynn boys matchup in here. Now the other gym, Frankfort and Centralia. Frankfort was all over Centralia in that first half. Centralia has got it back. Still trail by 5. Frankfort was leading 46-41. They are in the fourth quarter, so we'll keep you posted on that. Washington County beat Wetmore 51-30. Don't let that score fool you. It was 7-0 Washington County early, and then an 8-0 run by Wetmore. 8-7 in the end of one. Washington County led 3, 19-16 at halftime. Wetmore hung around, and then Washington County able to stretch it out a little bit. They lead by 13 at the end of 3. They end up winning 51-50. Let's get you another break. We'll come back and look at scoring right after these.
Gem Flying Service is a leader in agricultural spraying. They can help you get rid of menacing thistles, rotting fungus, choking weeds, and hungry insects all in one fell swoop. Let them take care of all of your agricultural aerial spraying needs. They provide fast, efficient service, which is critical for disease and pest control. Gem Flying Service will cover more ground in less time, and they're not limited to wet soil conditions. Contact Gem Flying Service of Morrillville and book them early to have your crops and pasture land sprayed.
If you want to know that you're paying a fair price for propane, check with Hoovers Incorporated. They're home based out of Greenleaf, and they supply a large area with dependable delivery of propane to your home, farm, or business. You'll find Hoovers Incorporated to have competitive prices and reliable service all year round. They want to be your source for propane. Call them today at 800-231-6775. The number again for Hoovers Incorporated is 800-231-6775. Serving all of Washington County and beyond, Eaton Body Shop in Washington can repair all your vehicle's damage, and they have a reputation of doing complete and professional work. They'll handle everything from the estimate to the insurance paperwork, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. Eaton Body Shop is also an authorized dealer for Thunderstruck grill guards and bumpers. They don't just look tough, they're built tough. Expect only quality work and quality products from Eaton Body Shop in Washington.
Gambino's Pizza is the perfect pizza. The traditional crust or thin and crispy crust is covered with a sweet and spicy flavored sauce and your choice of meaty toppings. And a blend of real mozzarella and provolone cheese make it the ultimate in flavor. Buy a small, medium, or large pizza and get a second one of equal or lesser value for half price. Gambino's Pizza offers pasta, sandwiches, and hot calzones. Gambino's Pizza on Highway 36 on the west side of Washington. Open every day 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Closed weekdays between 2 and 4 p.m.
Back at Washington County High School, Phil Casper checking in along with our studio engineer, Hannah Byers. Rocky Downing standing by in Hillsboro. They are still in that game prior to the Clay Center Tiger boys getting set to go. They were a free throw away from a running clock in that one, so we'll check where they're at in just a little bit. Here getting set to go with another boys game. It'll be Lynn and Clifton Clyde. Should be a pretty good matchup. Both of these teams, I think, pretty evenly matched. Now, you just heard Washington County beat Wetmore 51-30. Let's look at some scoring. For Wetmore, they were led by Ethan Osterhaus. He had 10 points. Alex Potter had 8. all of those in the first half. Third period, he went down with a shot to the head and had to leave the game, probably getting stitches right now. He finishes the game with 6 for Kyle Bloom, 4 for Curtis Bloom, and 2 for Aaron Octon. For Washington County, they were led by Carson Talkington. He had 13 points, and he came alive in that second half. 10 from Jay Eaton, 10 from Dawson Miller, 7 from Levi Gobby, 4 each from Jared Hoover and Evan Olette, and 3 from Dylan Nelson. Washington County winning 51-30. Now, next up, we'll have Lynn and Clifton Clyde. Washington County will move on. They will play 3-seed Onega tomorrow in this gym. That is at 4:45. Lynn and Clifton Clyde, that is 7-seed Lynn and a 10-seed Clifton Clyde. The winner will match up with Hanover tomorrow night, 7:45, in the secondary gym, or the West gym. That is, again, a 7:45. Rocky Downing will be with us tomorrow here in Washington, so I'll give you a full look. They'll get things underway tomorrow, starting at 3:15. Let's take another break. We'll have Rocky Downing join us after we come back.
Are you looking for the right bank to complement your busy schedule? Look no further. United Bank and Trust has just what you need. From easy online, mobile, and tablet banking to online loan applications, there is no need to try to find time to reach the bank before closing hours. You can simply apply for that new mortgage or car loan in the comfort of your own home, or check the balances of your accounts while waiting in the line at the grocery store. United Bank and Trust makes banking convenient for you. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Home, family, and love. 3 words used to describe Centennial Homestead Nursing Facility in Washington. They provide skilled nursing, long-term care, respite, homemaker, and adult daycare services, all the while coordinating with physicians in Washington and surrounding counties so you can keep your doctor. When you think of family, love, and home, think of the respect and care you'll receive at Centennial Homestead. Follow them on Facebook to see all of the ways they are a family showing love at home.
All right, America, H&R Block has some good news and some bad news. Which do you want first? Bad news? Great. The government is delaying some tax refunds this year. But here's the good news. If you file your taxes with Block, you could get an advance on your refund of up to $1,250, no interest, after you file. Come in today or make an appointment at hrblock.com. Don't just get your taxes done. Get your taxes won with H&R Block.
Optional tax refund related loan from MetaBank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, or $1,250 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on estimated refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other optional products or product features may apply. Limited time at participating locations. See hrblock.com/loan for details.
See H&R Block at 409 Lincoln Avenue in Clay Center or at 701 West 6th Street in Junction City.
Back at Washington County, Phil Casper along with studio engineer Hannah Byers getting set for boys action. Lynn and Clifton Clyde boys will have Rocky Downing join us. They are still in the game prior to the Clay Center Tiger boys. Now it's scheduled for 7:30. Obviously not going to quite hit that, so we'll give you some bonus coverage here. Rocky, we're still about 7.5 out from starting lineups here, but this could be a pretty good matchup. These are 2 pretty evenly matched teams in size and records, Lynn and Clifton Clyde. I know you saw them play last year. Lynn pretty much intact from what they've had last year.
Yeah, I think, as you said earlier, pretty evenly matched and should be a good ball game to call for you tonight. But how often do we say that in the Twin Valley League from top to bottom? I mean, I know there's ends up being some mismatches here and there, but it's amazing year in and year out how competitive really they are from the top to the bottom of that league.
Well, I think we just witnessed that with Washington County and Wetmore. You know, I told you, I said Wetmore is kind of like watching that team on the playground of guys that get together and they scrap and they fight, and you know, by the end of the game you're just irritated at them, but if you're watching them you love them. They were fun to watch. They really don't let that score fool you, that 51-30 score, because Wetmore had their chances to win it.
Yeah, you could tell by the sound of you, and of course I got a chance to talk with you during the breaks as well, but that each of those guys are the ones when you're playing pickup ball, you're thinking, man, I hope he doesn't guard me. And it sounded like that's how the whole team plays. So Yeah, it's an impressive league, and we say that each and every year. But you can look at the rankings again this year, and you see them sprinkled about in 1A and 2A, and so it's going to be a fun tournament to be a part of. I'm looking forward to the matchups tomorrow when I get a chance to be over there with you.
Well, it should be a fun one, and they are. It's a pretty strong league again. You know, Troy is at the top on the guys' side, but still, you've got Hanover, you've got Onega, you've got Washington County, you've got Centralia. That is an 8th seed last year or this year. When was the last time we saw Centralia come into this tournament as an 8th seed? Then on the girls' side, you've got Hanover girls, Washington County girls, Centralia girls, who are still intact pretty much from that state championship run they made last year.
Yeah, their number one rank should be in 1A in their division. Hanover's right there with them, and those have been great battles. Washington County keeps the tradition going this year. They're still state ranked, so it's a lot of fun when that thing tips off. And, you know, people across the state pay attention to it because they understand it's a little preview for what's coming up later on in the postseason.
Well, it should be good, and this tournament is always good. And, you know, if you're around the KCLY community and you're looking for good basketball and you don't want to drive to Hillsboro to watch the Clay Center Tiger teams, come to Washington and you will see some great basketball, some of the best smaller class basketball in the state of Kansas being played right here in Washington this week.
Year in and year out that happens, and I did want to update you. They have gone to a running clock here. There's 4.5 minutes left. Heston, who Clay Center met up with in the championship of this Trojan Classic last year, close until the closing minutes, and free throws stretched it out to a double-digit lead. But Heston is really good again. They lead Hillsboro 51-19 right now.
Well, I'm still waiting on that other game, and I keep looking. I can see the hallway right down from where I'm at, and I'm not seeing a lot of movement. Usually you can tell when a game comes to an end. I'm wondering if that got really tight at the end. Last check, Frankfort was leading Centralia by 5. So we'll take another timeout. We're still about 4.5 minutes out here from starting lineup. Take another timeout, bring you back to Washington after these.
There's something about a professional manicure and pedicure that makes it a therapeutic experience. And this month, the ladies at Element Salon and Day Spa are offering 20% off your tips and toes service. Call to book a manicure or pedicure with Haley for 20% off. Or schedule a facial, pedicure, or manicure with Caitlin or Callie to receive your discount. Walk out a brand new woman after your day at the spa. Element Salon and Day Spa in Washington. Call 325-2266 for an appointment.
Sundance Concrete of Washington serves the community by doing all types of concrete work. They'll repair and replace existing foundations and basement walls, including replacing block walls. Sundance Concrete has over 20 years of experience pouring smooth floors for large farm buildings and garages, nice strong surfaces for your driveways and sidewalks, plus new basements. Give Chuck Walter of Sundance Concrete a call at 747-7147.
With fall harvest in the bin, it's time to plan next season's bumper crop with Oldie seed, corn, and soybean varieties. We take pride in the latest technology. Oldie will be one of the first to bring our family of producers the latest Extend, Liberty Link, and Enlist soybean varieties. This season, if you want to give your fields a big Wildcat first down, plant a high-performance corn or soybean variety from Oldie Seed, proud sponsor of Kansas State football.
Quickly improve your new year with Pulse Internet up to 1,000 megabits per second from Twin Valley. Speeding up your internet is an easy resolution to achieve. Plus, it may help with other resolutions like reducing stress by getting rid of internet that is too slow for your needs. How many new devices did you add to your household this Christmas? Have more fun with a better streaming experience with Pulse Internet from Twin Valley. Call 800-515-3311 for a speedier 2017.